Hi guys, I'm Brian Davis. I'm here with Denise Saplee.
Hi, everyone.
And it's morning for Denny. It's actually evening for me. I'm watching the sunset here over in Abu Dhabi in my my so-called office space. Really
We're
a
about
co-working
ready to
space.
get hit with some big old snow.
Well, I don't have that problem here in Abu Dhabi. But
Lucky.
today, yeah, well, we're going to tell a quick story about being sued as a landlord, me specifically being sued as a landlord, and how it doesn't just happen to other people. It does happen to you as well if you own rental properties for long enough. So, um, by the way, as people come in, let us know where you're coming in from. Obviously, Denny is in Philadelphia, or right outside Philadelphia. I'm in Abu Dhabi, as we mentioned, and we love hearing about where you guys are watching from, and make it about you guys too. But so I have my rental properties in Baltimore, Maryland, and the first time that I got sued, and I have been sued multiple times, but the first time I got sued as a landlord, it actually wasn't by a tenant, it was by a neighbor. And the neighbor claimed that my contractor, who had just put on a new roof on the property a couple weeks back, there was a storm that came through, and the neighbor claimed that my contractor messed up their roof and took some piece off of their roof and fitted it into my new roof, which doesn't even make any sense because it would cost more to cut a piece out of a roof and put it in than than just to put a new roof on normally. But yeah, so I did get taken to court, and I thought that I was all spiffy and prepared and clever having it. Well, I had the property owned in an LLC name, and I thought that was all you needed to do to prevent your personal assets and anything else from being named in the lawsuit, or from you personally being named in the lawsuit, so that your personal assets are also at risk if someone takes you to court and wins. And no, not at all. My personal name got listed right in there alongside the LLC as a defendant in the suit. It did me no good whatsoever. So it got me, first of all, it rattled my cage a little bit, and I realized that just owning properties in an LLC name was not even close to enough for asset protection purposes for landlords. And that was the first of many experiences over the years that just drove that point home over and over again, that if you want true asset protection as a landlord, you need to go far deeper than just owning the property in an LLC name. So Denise and I are actually bringing on an asset protection attorney who specializes in working with landlords. What's that, Denise?
I'm really excited about this because I really don't think people take it serious enough, Brian. I mean, I was a property manager for large communities, and we would get hit with lawsuits left and right because tenants like to sue.
It's true. No, I mean, landlords are among the most sued professionals in the country. I mean, they're right up there with doctors, nurses, accountants. So landlords need to protect both their rental properties as assets and protect their personal assets as well. Because if they get named personally in the suit, as we mentioned a minute ago, all of their personal assets, their car, their home, any bank accounts that they have, are all subject to being taken by the creditors. So you need to be careful as a landlord, both because you do have significant assets and because you are basically walking around with a target on your back as a landlord for lawsuits. Landlords are among the most sued people in the country. So we are bringing on Sage Grubbs, asset protection attorney specializing in working with landlords. He's going to talk about LLCs and how they fit into the larger picture of asset protection for landlords. He's going to talk trusts. We're going to talk broadly about what asset protection is, how it works, what its limitations are. So this will be held next Wednesday, March 14th at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific. We are only doing one version of this webinar. It's a one-time webinar. We are not doing repeat webinars. So you have to show up. You have to show up.
Not an attorney that's going to be talking in attorney language. You're going to understand what he's saying. He's an awesome guy, and he breaks it down, and him and his wife are property man. They own property.
Yeah, they're landlords themselves. But yeah, like Denise said, Sage is a super nice guy, down to earth, and he has a knack about him for taking these very complex legal concepts and simplifying them for the layman landlord, as it were. So we are going to post a link here in the comments section where you guys can register for the webinar. Like we said, one-time showing of this webinar. We're only hosting this webinar live once. So make sure you sign up and reserve a seat. Seats are going to fill up quickly because it's an hour of free legal advice from an asset protection attorney who specializes in landlords. So yeah, we can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. And we can't wait to take your questions too, because we will be keeping it very interactive. Sage will be taking questions all throughout. So bring your questions. And yeah, Denise, do you have anything else to add before we wrap up the live session here?
No, just make sure you sign up because this is going to be great information. It's priceless.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, what's the price of your peace of mind, but also all of your net worth and all of your assets, not just your rentals, but your personal assets as well. So sign up for the masterclass. Once again, Wednesday the 14th at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, and we can't wait to see you then.
See you later. Bye.